Hey y'all, Brandon Rinas here. Hope you're doing absolutely amazing. Sorry, I'm laughing at myself because I'm a donkey. It's my third try on this video. So yeah, I'm really fast, really efficient. They are off the cuff. They kind of just are what they are. And then every now and then, like I know there's a third thing I was going to talk about and I just go, for like 10 minutes. And then I'm like, okay, delete, next. All right, so here's the real deal. So let's start with the bad. So first of all, this whole week is kind of the first week I've had that's back to relatively normal. I'm actually, I'm still married, but I have a kid, and things are finally slowing down to the point where it's not all kid central, or I just don't have relatives and friends all coming over 24/7. So it's not as bad. So it's back to normal, as you would say. Anyway, I talked to my mentor slash personal coach this week, and on Thursday, I believe it was, we had a few conversations, and because of how crazy the last few weeks have been, I wasn't able to work on a lot of the things that she wanted me to work on. So now we're getting back into that. So my goals for this week are to focus on 3 things I want to get done this week. And so every Sunday now, before the day ends, I'm trying to schedule 3 things I want to do throughout the week. Maybe that works for you, maybe it doesn't, but for me, I just like my mind, at least my subconscious mind, to be constantly working on fixing a problem. I mean, it's going to be working anyway. Why not have it working on that instead of porn or UFC or, whatever else you're going to be thinking about? Why don't you have it thinking about something productive, something that's going to help better you? So that was one of the cool things I've been working on. One of the things she mentioned was, what are your strengths, or what are the things that you're struggling with, your frustrations at the moment? And I told her that one of my frustrations is that in the mornings, well, just in general, I feel like I play Clash Royale too much. And I'm just a competitive person, and if I'm going to play something, I'm going to play it to win and to be good at it. That's just how I roll. But I was saying that I get up at 5:30 in the morning to start 2 hours earlier than I would have to, just so that way I can get extra stuff done, get extra studying done, whether it's meditation or mentoring or studying the stock market or doing my book club. Those are all things I get up early in the morning for. And I was telling her that oftentimes I'll start playing Clash Royale just to kind of wake up, and I'll play way too much, and I won't get as much studying done. And so I told her it was an issue of mine. And so she mentioned just real nicely, why don't you just log how much time you want to do? And she asked me, how much time would you like to play? I told her roughly about an hour or so a day. And I told her I don't want to play an hour in the morning, so maybe 10 minutes at the most in the morning and then an hour throughout the day. So that was fine. The first day I kept track of my hours and it was no big deal. But what I did notice is that although I played only 40 minutes throughout the day, it was a struggle. Like, it was a busy day and I still was able to find time to play well over an hour of the game if I wanted to. And this is stuff that I didn't even know I was doing. And when you look at it from the outside, you start going, man, how much time do I really want to waste playing something that's not going to help me in real life? And I'm all for having fun. You're talking to a guy that my legs hardly work today because I played Ultimate Frisbee so hard, so long yesterday. So I'm not against having fun. But we need to recognize what we're doing with our spare time. But anyway, Monday comes around, so today, and I am working away. I get up at 5:30 this morning, I apologize. And first thing I do is start playing, no problem, and I play for 20 minutes. And I got all bummed out. I was frustrated. I was like, you know what? It is so easy to play for 20 minutes. And I didn't get what I wanted done, so I knew that if I wasn't on this strict diet of less than an hour a day, I would have still kept playing until I reached my goal. And I just got frustrated with myself. I was like, you know what? This is not going to help me become successful. Maybe down the road, I can do this in between answering phone calls and telling which contractors I want to do what to which project. But right now, I'm not in a position to be hiring those contractors, to be doing what I want to be doing in the long run. And so Clash Royale needs to wait on the back shelf. And so I deleted the app on my phone, deleted it on my iPad, and just completely erased it. And I'm not saying that's for you, but I would recommend, we all have crutches, or most all of us have crutches. Maybe you're a little better than I am in that area. But let's say you've got a struggle. Start keeping track of it with the hours, and then just make a decision. Maybe it doesn't need to be as extreme as me as deleting everything, but make a decision on whether you want to do that or not, how long you want to do that or not. One of the other things I did was I really spent a bunch of time focusing on buying that company. I ran the numbers. My wife helped me do a bunch of numbers on the company. I started talking to a gentleman of mine, a good friend of mine who's much smarter than I am with business, and so we sat down and ran the numbers. And all I have to say is surround yourself with smarter people than yourself. It is so awesome. I thought, and part of this I'm sure is just youth and cockiness, but I thought I had thought of most of the options I could think of when it comes to how to buy this company, and the different financing options, and the different ways of how to structure the deal so that way it'd favor me more, or how I could get one of the people that's in the company but another one out of it because I wanted to become better off, or I liked one of the people and I wanted to work with them for a little while as I got things going. All this stuff, I thought I'd figured it all out. He came up with ideas and solutions I couldn't fathom. Like stuff that never even crossed my mind. In fact, I would say 95% of the stuff he suggested or thought of never crossed my mind once. And that's what happens when instead of us asking someone that isn't at our level, or someone that's lower than us, or even at our level, we ask someone that's above us. So that would be my recommendation. And on that same note, we had a gentleman over, I believe it was Friday night, for dinner. And we got talking back and forth. And I would recommend that same exact logic whenever you're listening to anyone. I think I said this in a video earlier, but maybe I didn't. And if I didn't, or if I did, you can hear it again. When you're talking to somebody and you're talking about relationships, why are you listening to them unless they're in a relationship better than yours? If you're talking about money, finances, politics, religion, whatever it is, why are you listening to them unless they are in a better spot in that area than you are? And it could be anything. I'm not saying not to listen to everybody. So, for example, tons and tons of people, I would say, oh, I got them beat. I'm better with my language. I'm better with my work ethic. I'm better than this. I'm better than that. But they could be far better at understanding mathematics. And I can still listen to them and talk to them and study and learn on those topics. But if I'm talking to them and having a conversation, I should be focusing on learning where I'm weak and where they're strong. And that is it. I feel like that has been one of the biggest weights taken off my shoulder, is the fact that I don't feel guilty because I now know why I don't want to listen to particular people. It's not in a negative way. I'm not degrading you. I'm not saying I'm better than you. You're just not better than me in the areas I'm trying to grow, or in the way that this conversation is going. So yeah, since we are talking about running a business and you've never ran a successful business in your life, in fact, you've worked for someone as an employee your whole life, and you're telling me how to run a business, I don't need to get mad at you. I don't need to yell at you. I just need to be able to recognize this is not the person I need to listen to. And you'll realize, at least this is what I've realized, the vast majority of the negative criticism you will get are from those people that are below you. Again, not in a ranking way, or not in a you're better way, but in a, hey, you're going to start a business? Who are the people that are bashing you? The people who have never ran a business in their life. The people who are poor. The people who are working for somebody. The people who are saying, oh, you need to go to college. Oh, you need this. Oh, you need that. If you have a baby, we had a baby at our home. And my wife did a bunch of research. I asked her, hey, this is what I would prefer, but I want you to look into it. You're the one having the kid. Maybe you should believe in it yourself. I'm not going to push it on you. And so she does all her research and stuff like that. And who is it that attacks her for having a kid at home? Oh, all the doctor people. All the women that have had babies at a hospital. Any lady that's had one in a hospital and one at a home. Oh, no. They don't have anything negative to say to her. We need to focus, and this should be something we should think about ourselves. If we are giving advice, how smart are we on the topic? When we are listening to advice, are they where we want to be on that topic? That's all I got, guys. That's it for now. Hopefully you can learn. Hey, since I like to end with a question, let's end with this. What vice or what issue have you ran into in your life where you felt like, okay, I need to adjust this by cutting it out like I was doing with Clash Royale, or editing it down? Oh, I watched too much of this TV series. I watched too much football. My wife and I still watch a lot of UFC. What is it that you had to cut back or cut out of your life? How did you do it? Did you realize it was an addiction? Was it a problem? And how did you feel afterwards? Was it like, yeah? What did you recognize? What did you replace that time with? Was it just sleep? I'm curious. Let me know what you guys think. Post what you're working on with yourself in those areas. Looking forward to it, guys. Peace out.